First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me time out of your busy schedule. I know that there are so many of us that are busy being wives, being moms, being daughters, being caregivers, managing a thriving career, trying to be awesome daughters and sisters. We try to do it all. We are constantly giving and giving and giving to other people without constantly pouring into ourselves. So I want to say thank you to you as well, because now you have finally made a decision to pour into yourself and take control over your healthy lifestyle journey. So before we get started and get deep into this, I want everybody to go over to Facebook and Instagram and follow the Fit Factory Training Concepts. It's listed there as the Fit Factory TC. T is for training, C is for concepts, because we're working on training the mind. Later on, at the end of this webinar, some of you will be given the opportunity to download a link to the YouTube channel that has so many workout videos. There are upper body videos, lower body, hip videos, treadmill workouts, there are ab workouts, you name it, it's more than likely on that channel. But you have to stay tuned until the end of this webinar in order to get that link. This webinar is intended to be interactive. So you have to plan the work, work the plan in order for the plan to work. So if you have any questions or any comments about how this webinar can be improved, please email the fitfactorytc@gmail.com. But none of this webinar is intended to be duplicated or replicated for any purposes without the written consent of the team from the Fit Factory Training Concepts. My story. My healthy lifestyle journey started about 1996. Oh my gosh, that seems like such a long time ago. I'd always been an athlete in high school, but I never really worked out or trained. I never lifted weights. We did drills, volleyball drills, basketball drills, um, running track. We did drills on the field, but sports back then is nothing like it is now. So I'd always been pretty healthy, but in 1996, I got a phone call that said that they had rushed my baby girl to the emergency room, but she did not make it. And my whole entire world just blew apart. It blew apart. And I didn't know how to deal and I didn't know how to cope, because at that time, no one could tell me any words of why this had happened to me. No one. I had been to psychologists to try and get an understanding of why this happened to me. So in not being able to find answers, I turned to food. I ate when I was happy. I ate when I was sad. If I wanted to go out with friends, I made sure that they were going to eat first, and then I would eat and I would go home. I became sedentary. I went to work every day, but as soon as I got home from work, on the couch, doing nothing, doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then this became a habit. Going to work, coming home, eating, going to sleep every single day, every single day. And then finally, one of my friends was like, my best friend actually was like, I think we should try and kind of lose weight. Like, looking back on it, I'm not sure if she did it just trying to actually help me. I don't know. But that's where my lifestyle journey began. And I began to lose the weight and counting calories and counting crackers and working out and getting fit and running in the park. You name it, I was doing it. Lost the weight. And then something else happened to me. And something wonderful this time, I was getting married. So in getting married, you know what happens when you become a newlywed. And all that weight plus 5 pounds packed right back on me. Got in the same cycle. I was happy. I was living life. Lost the weight again. And then boom, I got pregnant. And you know what happens when we get pregnant? We think that it's a license to just eat whatever we want. I gained the weight this time plus 15 pounds. And it proved to be, oh my gosh, so difficult to get off after pregnancy. People were like, oh, are you expecting? I was like, no, I just had a baby. And they're like, when? And I'm like, he's 5. He's 5, she's 3. You know, just dropping the weight became difficult. And dropping weight and keeping it off, getting and staying fit. Oh my gosh, I just cannot tell you how many hours I spent trying to figure this thing out. Why is this such a yo-yo effect? Why is this a roller coaster ride? Up and down, up and down. Lose 20, gain 25. Lose 25, gain 31. I just couldn't understand. I just couldn't understand. So I turned to research. I had to figure this thing out. Okay. Woo! I'm so excited about this. Throughout this 3-part webinar series, you will learn a few strategies that will help you stay motivated on your healthy lifestyle journey. They will help you stay motivated as you get and learn to stay fit. You will understand why it is so darn hard to get and stay fit by learning the psychological aspect of it and the science behind getting fit, like getting deep into your mind. People always say get out of your head. No, you need to get in your head to get fit. We will relearn, unlearn, relearn, rethink, and rebuild some of the health beliefs that we have because we have been lied to. Yes, lied to by the big companies. We've been lied to by the Fortune 500 companies and the pharmaceutical companies. As they have gained in their pockets, we have gained in our bodies. And we are going to learn some things about our bodies and about these big companies that will help us reshape our health beliefs. Let's talk about your why. A lot of people hear this term being thrown around. Remember your why. Remember your why. What's your why? What's your why for starting your fitness journey or starting your healthy lifestyle journey? People don't understand that it is easier said than done. A lot of people think that their why is because they had a health scare and they went to the doctor and their blood pressure was near stroke levels, or they don't like the way they look in their clothes. They just want to be a certain size just because of what they see in the mirror. Sometimes they look at themselves and you may not even recognize yourself. Or you may have a special occasion, a family reunion, or a wedding that you're going to, class reunion, even, or a vacation that's coming up. A lot of people think that these are their whys, but they're not, because these events are fleeting. As soon as that class reunion is over, you go back to your old ways and you put on that weight plus some. Or your health scare. As soon as your blood pressure numbers, go down, you're like, okay, I can relax a little bit. And the reality is you can't. It is a lifestyle. Remember earlier when I said that a lot of people think that their why is because they've had a health scare or they have a special occasion coming up, or they just simply don't like the way that they look when they see their reflection in the mirror. Those cannot be your why. Your why has to be what drives you, what makes you jump up out of the bed every single day and get into your life. What are you passionate about? Like, what would you sacrifice time, sleep, money, resources for? Those are your why, because you have to be fit in order to accomplish your why. You cannot just simply say it's for a special occasion, because that special occasion will come and that special occasion will go. So think about your why. I mean, it took me forever to figure out that I really love fitness. Like, I love fitness. I will work out with people in the gym without even charging them anything. If they're like, hey, can I jump in on your set and work out with you? I'm like, sure, come on. I get emails and phone calls about different fitness related items. And I don't mind answering these questions. I don't mind consulting with people. I don't mind coaching people through these mental strategies, like for free. Like, it just geeks me up. So you have to think about your why. Your why is not something that can be fleeting. It has to be driven by your passion, driven by your purpose. So this is not something that you are going to be able to sit down in 1 second or 10 seconds or over a cup of coffee and figure it out. That is your homework for tonight. Think about your why. Think about what drives you. Think about what you're passionate about. Because let's be honest, a lot of time motivation wanes. Motivation, you wake up some days and you're just not motivated. You don't feel like doing things. But when you are operating through your passion and through your purpose, figuring out, what that why is, you'll get up and you'll do things that you don't necessarily feel like doing. And getting and staying fit is one of those things that you will do because you know that you need a healthy mind and a healthy body in order to accomplish your why.